Welcome back to another video about stress, and today's topic is guilt. It's gonna be a delicate one, and this is something that hits quite deep into a lot of our triggers and pain points, but I think it's something that we really need to talk about. In this video today, I'm going to direct my message a little bit for the mums out there, because mums know more than anyone how easy it is to feel guilty when taking time for yourself. Now, this is not to say that dads don't also feel guilty and that single people don't feel guilty, we all do. And we'll get into those in subsequent videos, but I just want to spare a moment to talk about mums and the role of motherhood and how important wellness and taking care of yourself is to your own well-being, but also to the whole well-being of your family. So let's just start with this. Let's put all the cards on the table, right? Most moms and women in general feel very guilty when taking time out of their duties, taking care of the family, to put some energy, some fuel into their own tank. It's really, really hard to take time and say, okay, I'm going to go and treat myself to a massage, or I'm going to go do this, that, or the other. Especially when it comes to things that can be perceived as pampering, right? We just feel like it's not as important. And I get that, and it's beautiful because we have this quality as caregivers to want to really give all of our love onto those people that are receiving our care. But the problem is that it's leaving a lot of women very, very burnt out. And the thing is that when we're burnt out, we lose our ability to respond to those people that we are caring for, in this case, our children and our family. We lose the ability to respond in a healthy way. And that's then when snapping and losing our temper and getting frustrated and letting those frustrations come out into our interactions with our family become more and more common. So it is very important for us to take the time out to energize ourselves and refresh ourselves, because let's face it, taking care of a family is a very hard job. It's a full-time job, and on top of that full-time job, we sometimes have a lot of other full-time jobs. And there's so much that goes into planning family life, and nowadays it's become even more complicated with COVID and scheduling and timetabling and after-school activities, and there's just so much that has to be packed in. And on top of all of this, you're trying to be the best mother you can be. And when you fail, it can seem, it's very hard to take, we can really beat ourselves up when we fail to live up to our own expectations. So this is just a message to the moms out there that the most important message that you can give your kids is that self-care is important. And they are never going to believe that message if you are not prioritizing your own self-care. Unfortunately, kids learn a lot more from what we do than what we say. So if you're telling your kids to care for their own well-being and prioritize their wellness, and at the same time you are showing them that actually you don't do that, and you're getting constantly burnt out by giving to everybody else and putting yourself always last, the kids are going to choose that message. They're going to copy what they see, not what you say. And this is, I see a lot of clients with stress. I help a lot of people overcome stress and learn how to meditate and learn how to find more balance. And something that I see again and again is mothers with young kids, as young from like 7 to 9 up to 14 into the teenage years, kids who are suffering from a lot of anxiety, especially girls. And what I always say is, what are you modeling? Are you also anxious and stressed? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes. And I'm not saying this to blame and say it's your fault. It's not your fault, but it is something within your control to change. And that change, again, is going to come most powerfully when you show them that you are going to care for yourself. And through that self-care, your presence will be obviously more supportive to them, because you will have more space to hold them in a way that is more present. But it's also showing them, hey, actually there are solutions to anxiety. There are ways that we can cope. But again, those ways come back to the self. They come back to our well-being. They come back to our boundaries. They come back to our relationship with ourselves and how we choose to use our time. And unfortunately, in a way, our biggest blessing can sometimes be our curse, because to be a giver and to be someone that is happy, making others happy, is a beautiful thing. but there is a line that we often cross where our giving becomes very dysfunctional, and it doesn't help us, and sometimes it doesn't even help the person that we are giving to either. So I know this is a sensitive topic and it's something very hard to change, and I don't want mothers to feel even more guilty, right? That they're not prioritizing their wellness. This is not another cross that we need to carry, but it's just a message that you are worth time, like you are worth being cared for, and you don't need to see it as a lose-lose. You can actually see it as a win-win. So if you do look after yourself, it is a gift for your family, it is a blessing for your family. So just a reminder that sometimes you need to sacrifice, giving them what they need in the short term to give them what they need over the long term, and make it a win-win. Make your wellness a win for your family too. They don't need to be mutually exclusive. So put the guilt aside. Taking care of yourself is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a gift. It really is a gift, and I wish that my word alone could make you believe that. But I hope that you'll try it and take the time out for yourself and just notice the quality of energy that you can come back and give to your family after doing so. And hopefully that will be the thing that persuades you more than my words. So to all the moms out there, I salute you. I'm not a mom myself, so I have a huge amount of respect for moms because it is such a hard job, and especially those who also work full time. I can barely cope with just a full-time job, let alone if I had kids to care for too. So it is such a beautiful service that you're doing, and such a hard job, such an important job as well. And someone needs to be also supporting the mums out there. So I hope that this is a message that you will find helpful, and just a reminder that you do need to do this. And of course, this is what I do. This is what I do at Sanya. I help people with stress, and we have a lot of different membership schemes exactly to stop you sabotaging yourself, to make sure that you actually come every month. So if this message is ringing true and you feel like you need a little bit of help, then reach out. We have a lot of tools in the toolbox to help you save you from yourself and your own your own inability to put yourself first. We will put you first and help you to find that deeper balance in your relationship with yourself. So thank you for listening, and if you have any mom friends out there who need to hear this message and need to be reminded to look after themselves, then please share this, because I do believe it's a message that needs to be shared. Thank you so much.